make me freeze. Reasons that you gotta.
Put in Chanel. Put in Chanel.
How you say love me, you ain't put me Chanel. How you say love me, you ain't put me Chanel.
Mass defect and binding energy. For example, we will use helium with atomic number of 4 and with atomic mass of 2. So, the atomic mass is the same with the number of protons. So, with atomic mass of 2, we have 2 protons, and atomic number minus the atomic mass, we have 2 neutrons. So, the value of proton is 1.00726647, and then we multiplied by 2 because we have 2 protons. Then we get 2.014559294 AMU or atomic mass unit. And the neutron, we have the value of 1.00866490 times 2 because we have 2 neutrons. So we got 2.0173298 atomic mass units. So these two, we're going to add these two to get the mass of the helium. So 2.014559294 AMU plus 2.0173298 AMU, we have 4.0318827 AMU. This is what we call predicted mass. Then, the actual mass of the helium is 4.00150605 AMU is the actual mass. So, when we subtract the actual mass from the predicted mass, we have 0.0303766 AMU. This is what we call the mass defect. So what is mass defect? Mass defect is the difference between predicted mass and actual mass. This is the predicted mass minus the actual mass. So we got the mass defect. So we go to the Einstein formula using the EmC squared, where E is in joules, M is in kilogram or the mass, and the C is the speed of light. So we get the value or the conversion. We have 1 AMU is equivalent to 1.66054 times 10 raised to negative 27 kilogram. So the mass defect 0.0303766 AMU, we multiply it by 1.66054 times 10 raised to negative 27 divide 1. Therefore, we got 5.0441.16589964 times 10 raised to negative 32, or we simplified it by 2 decimal, 5.00417 times 10 raised to negative 29, now in kilograms. So, let's execute the formula. E equals mc squared. We have 5.00417 times 10 raised to negative 29. What is this? This is what we call the mass defect from atomic mass unit converted to kilogram. Then we have the exact speed of light, 2.99792 times 10 raised to 8 squared. So, we calculate first the speed of light and we squared it. So, 2.99792 times 10 raised to 2 squared is equals to 8.9875243264 times 10 raised to 16. And we go back to the formula, EmC, we also remove the squared. This is the mass defect, 5.004417 times 10 raised to negative 29 times the squared speed of light, 8.9875243.264 times 10 raised to 16. Therefore, we have now the energy release now in joules, 4.5334600581 times 10 raised to negative joules. So this is the energy release when the nucleus is formed. So when it comes to binding of energy, we have in helium, we have 2 protons, 2 neutrons. So we form the nucleus. Therefore, there is an additional of this is the energy released, and we can do it vice versa. This is what we call nuclear binding energy. Again, 2 protons, 2 neutrons. This result to a nucleus plus the energy released when the nucleus is formed. We have the value of 4.53346000581 times 10 raised to negative 12. That is what we call mass defect and the binding energy. Hope you learned a lot. Thank you.
World, everyone's a pony, and they all eat rainbows and poop butterflies.
That's beautiful, Katie.
Oh, no, no, no.